Good morning, everybody. Welcome at EMAG and the IMTS 2014. I'm glad you guys found us this morning early. We have some coffee and bagels available if you want to help yourself. What I like to do, I want to walk you through our product offerings that we have this year at the show, but also give you some history about EMAG and what our focus is in the market. We have a large variety of salespeople available for you today as well. They can answer all your questions that you may have after I walk you through this presentation. And if everybody is ready, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, everybody's nodding, everybody's awake. Okay, great. EMAG is known for manufacturing system for precision metal components. We not only provide turning machines, we provide systems for hard milling, for grinding, gear hobbing, heat shrink assembly. We have ECM processes, very interesting for very exotic materials that you traditionally cannot machine in a standard milling or turning environment, as well as laser welding. And we also have here in the corner some oil field technology. The non-automotive portion in the EMAG world is important. That keeps us balanced in the market. And with that, we pretty much round up what we offer to the industry. Our global sales is about 750 million. Around 60% is export out of Germany. So the majority of our business is not really happening in Germany anymore, it's in the world. And our workforce is in the area of 200 people. And we are also very proud of our apprenticeship program. That's how we keep young people attached to the program, to EMAG, and allows us to build high-tech machinery. We represent about 6 technologies, so EMAG as a group, not everything is focused in our headquarters. We have several technology companies out there that design and manufacture these machines that we offer. So we have competence centers for turning, competence centers for grinding, for oil field, heat shrink, laser welding. They are in different regions in Germany. And we also manufacture the machines in different areas. We have manufacturing locations in Germany, multiple ones. We build machines in China, and we customize machines in the United States. A total sales force is distributed in so-called market companies, and we have 24 market companies in the world that have spare parts, that have service, that have salespeople, and work very close with the customer and serve the local markets. EMAG USA is represented today. We have been founded 20 years ago. We had our anniversary this year, and our sales in the US is between 60 and 70 million, and we have so far penetrated the market with about 1,600 vertical turning machines. On top of these machines, we have, of course, the laser welding equipment, the heat shrink. So in total, our market share in these areas would say we have between 5,500 systems in the NAFTA countries. This includes Mexico, Canada, and the United States. We have spare parts, about 25 million at hand for fast delivery. We have a 24/7 service hotline, and we also focus a lot on training. Because not only are we interested in technology, we also very much interested in education. We started a program with 2 local colleges in Detroit, the Oakland Community College and the Ford Community College. And we provide full rights to students that are interested in our mechatronic program. The mechatronic program is mirrored of the German apprenticeship program. So it's a dual educational system, and those kids spend time at school. They come out, they have a certificate, they get about 180 credits over 4 years, and they spend the same amount of time in our plant, and we train them to become skilled electricians, skilled mechanics. and the structure is seen here. I do not walk you through all those steps, but it's going to be in your handout. We are very proud of this program. I started out about 6 years ago losing sleep over having people that work for you, okay? It's difficult to find skilled people in the United States. We all know that, right? So one day I decided just going to drive up to one of the colleges and ask if we can develop something. And the rest is pretty much history. We have now about 10 German companies involved. We are phasing in every year about 2 students now. VW is part of the program now, Audi, Brose, Heller, all German companies that know the benefits of the German educational program, apprenticeship program. We were in Lansing with the Michigan government. There was a group already in Washington presenting our program, and more colleges are now starting. We have now a sister organization in Atlanta. We have the German-American Chamber of Commerce driving this now in this country, and we hope there is a pickup in young people that want to become technicians, want to become electricians, and enjoy hands-on work. It's not everybody's game to sit in college and become maybe a lawyer or whatever. And so there's a great offering. The industry is spending a lot of money in this. For us, we created a complete new work area for this young people. Again, all companies provide full rides, so it's a very expensive program because we decided we cannot wait for the government to wake up. We're going to take our future in our own hands. Back to manufacturing. Our products revolve typically around round parts. And you see here a picture of all the machines that all the parts that we manufacture as chuck components. And so not only do we do round chuck components, we also do shaft components. Here you see a whole variety of shafts that can be machined on our equipment. And I'm going to walk you through a couple videos so you see how the machines function. They are all sitting pretty much behind you, next to you, these machines. You see much more in these animated videos. So this is the vertical pickup machine, the traditional vertical pickup machine called VL2 for chuck components. Comes in several sizes from 1 inch to 10 inches, to 20 inches. And they address the most parts in traditional automotive transmission assembly. As you can see, we are not moving the turret, we are moving the part. So we have a headstock picking up the part, moves it to a turret that sits in a concrete bed. Okay, there's no metal involved, it's concrete, has much better dampening characteristics and a steel frame, and allows for better feeds and speeds. And we have about 20 to 30% better tool life with this design. The turret has 12 locations, and you can put in your traditional turning bars, boring bars, but also live tools are available. Straight live tools as well as 90-degree, and so with this you can actually apply not just a turning surface to your part, you can cut windows, cut threads and so forth. This shows a little the breakdown of the machines. The concrete base is here in the back. We call this tech tower. So we have a concrete tower in the base in the back of the machine. That's where we hinge off all the components. We have a cross-slide unit for the loading and machining, and we have a turret that's attached to the concrete tower, and we have the self-loading automation at the side. This is a change. In the past, our self-loading was in front of the machine. That had certain advantages, but also disadvantages. The disadvantage was the tool change. People had to reach over the automation to do a tool change. Now the automation is on the side of the machine, and you can see it behind you. Now the operator opens the door, has the tools right in front of him, and that is a very positive development. The market has received this very well. A little rundown on the advantages. It's in the handout. I don't walk you through all the details. I don't want to take too much time. The sizes, we call it 2, 4, 6, and 8. And as you see, the 8 is a 500 millimeter size for pretty large components. That would apply for agriculture, earth-moving equipment, for larger transmission parts or other round components. Then we go to the shaft components. A shaft, of course, is machined a little different. However, here as well, we believe in the self-loading vertical machining process. And this machine as well, these concepts are self-loading, where the turret grabs the part from the outside, brings it in, loads it automatically, and in this case it's an end machining and a turning. So first we grab the part only in a chuck, we do the end machining, ID machining, then we bring up a tailstock, and then do the complete OD with a 4-axis process. This machine is sitting here. When you want to look at them, we're going to start them up later, I think, Crystal. Are we turning those machines on later for live demonstrations? Good. Yeah. So here again, now the sizing on a shaft is not only driven by the ODs, also by a length. So we size the machine by the decision what lengths you want to run in your production environment. Some sizes are available. You see here we talk about, as I described, not only your diameter, your swing diameter, you have to watch the size, and you know the 1000 millimeters, about 3 feet, that addresses pretty much everything that goes in the car. So that's covered that way. The advantages are again listed also in your handout. So, and then we have a world premiere, which is the VLC 200H, which is a hobbing machine. EMAG has not really entered the hobbing machine market over the last 140 years. That's how old the company is. But now we offer a hobbing machine, and it is indeed the first self-loading hobbing machine. There are hobbing machines, they look self-loading because they have a round table that brings the part in, but you still have to have an operator load that round table or robot. And we have integrated our self-loading automation, and this machine runs completely without an operator, without tendering. And with that, pretty much we target the automotive transmission market. The automotive transmissions are pretty much known in the United States as automatic transmission. We all love automatic cars. And you guys know there are 8-speed, 9-speed, and 10-speed transmissions out there. But there's also double clutch systems out there, and still stick shifts, okay? Like Mexico, big market for stick shifts. Brazil, for us, big market for stick shifts. Here's more automatic. In Germany, double clutch, and in Asia as a mix. So the idea for us is to provide a complete system. If I take these 3 machines group, the VL, the VLC 200, the hobbing, and the shaft machine, you can make a complete transmission with 3 machines. That's all you need. And that's our concept. So now we can provide a turnkey project to the automotive industry, to transmission makers, and they can work in rather small modules, okay? More and more companies start building transmissions in, you know, South Carolina. They're going to build some in Canada. They're going to build some in Mexico, and they don't build those large 1 million parts per year lines anymore. They want small cells. They want flexibility, and that is a market trend we picked up with that concept that you need only 3 machines to build a complete transmission. So that's our concept, and that's why we present this here today. And it's very intriguing setup. The machines are super compact, very flexible as always, and we believe this going to have a big impact to the market. This shows the concept. The reason why it shows two VLs because it has an OP10. A gear has always two sides, but you indeed need only 3 machines. The missing piece of the puzzle was in the past the harping machine, and with that pretty much we rounded up that market. I want to talk a little about the oil field industry as well, since we have the machine here. In the US, oil field is big for us. It's not big in Chicago, but it's really big in Texas. Okay, these guys go through a lot of machines because the materials are really rough, but also in the last 100 years it was a very manual process, and we brought the automotive spirit down to Texas over the last 10 years, and we developed that market really well. As a little side note, it is almost 50% of our business. Our first sale was 10 years ago. I sold my first machine in Texas 10 years ago. We had that year a revenue of $750,000 in Texas, and last year was over 20 million. And again, the people down there learn the advantages of a self-loading product where you don't need 3 operators that run a product line. They need 1 operator for 3 machines now. So there's a huge advantage, and it has taken off nicely. The real machines are significantly bigger than the machine behind you, because oil field, the pipes, the tubes that go on the ground are large size, but the principle of the self-loading and the principle of pipe threading is shown here. We have also behind the machine some components, and it's very interesting if you're not involved in oil field. Mr. Marienberg is here. Talk to him. It's a very cool market, and it's really interesting, and it's changing every day. So we show a little video about the machining of couplings. I do hope the video runs. It's a different base. It's hard machining. They are hacking steel like there's no tomorrow. So you need a very strong base in order to get the chip load that we want to provide an advantage to them. That's a very interesting product line for us. That's why we brought it here to the show. And we indeed have traction up here. People travel all the way from Texas up here to talk to us and see what we can do for them. These are the components. Just a little brief intro to the oil field market. You have a drill pipe that they do the hole, you know, and there are parts, they're called accessories, drill bits, float collars that are attached to a drill pipe. A drill pipe has so much stress, so the joints on the drill pipes are actually welded. Yeah? And when they come up, they cut them apart, they torch them apart. There's actually a market for retooling those torched up pieces, and then you have a big hole. I don't know who has a well at home. Then you have a casing. You put a casing in, and then you put a tube in there. So there's pipe, tubing, and casing, all different materials, different specs. They all look the same, but they're very different, and it's a very interesting market. These are the sizes that we have due to the fact the drilling is happening in different steps. You see the different machine sizes, and the advantages are similar with the chip fall and the tool life. This is in your handout, so you understand the pickup principle a little more, and that would conclude my presentation to you. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, please take advantage of all the salespeople that are standing behind you right now. They're more than happy to talk to you. Thanks a lot.